Hello, everyone. My name is Aviad. I'm the director of the mixed reality program at Trimble. A bit about Trimble. Trimble is a global company, about 8,000 employees, 2.5 in revenue, annual revenue. We are developing hardware and software solutions. And we are serving industries such as agriculture, mining, natural resources, heavy civil, geospatial, and of course the building industry, meaning architecture, design, engineering, construction management, and facility management. At Trimble, we launched our mixed reality program in 2014. And early after this, in early 2015, we actually presented together with Microsoft the first proof of concept for the use of mixed reality with HoloLens for the AEC industry. Right after this proof of concept, we launched our plans for commercial applications, and we invited some of the most innovative and biggest design engineering firms in the world to join us. We're working today with companies such as AECOM, the largest engineering company in the world, Gensler, the largest architectural design company in the world, Bechtel, L&T, Brookfield from Australia, and some other companies like we have Cody here from Martin Brothers from California. Smaller company, but very innovative one. We are focusing on providing a common solution to our vertical markets with some flavors which match the requirements on those industries. As for now, we're delivering solutions for the AEC industry, architectural solution, engineering and construction management, for the mining industry, and for the facility management industry. And we are aiming to deliver commercial application for Microsoft HoloLens and for some other devices, which I will talk about in a minute. There are three basic rules which we are kind of keeping in mind when we're developing mixed reality solutions. The first one is being hardware agnostic. It's a matter of budget, of a specific task, of a personal preference of the users. Some don't want to wear a computer on their head. Some want a tablet form factor. Some need it for daylight conditions, and some others to kind of adopt the safety regulation that they have in the regions. So we need to make sure that we can support them with all those requirements. That's why all our solutions are hardware agnostic. And we're working with almost all the vendors in the market. What you see here is Microsoft with the HoloLens, Google with the Tango technology, Meta with a Meta Vision or a Meta 2 device, and Dakri with their smart helmet. So this is rule number one. Rule number two for us is having an experience of one-click mixed reality. It is one thing to work with very innovative groups in big organizations and to deal with 10 different applications and to do some coding and work with Unity or any other game engine to create an experience. And it's something completely different to provide mixed reality to engineers and architects in the field, those who would like to use it on a daily basis. And what we are aiming is to deliver a solution which will be what we call one-click mixed reality. For example, with our SketchUp viewer, the first commercial product for Microsoft HoloLens, you can get your SketchUp content, CAD 3D models, by one click into the Microsoft HoloLens device with no any knowledge in coding or gaming engines. And the third rule is about production-oriented mixed reality. It's not anymore about piloting. It's not about research. It's about commercial product. There is enough benefits in the technology today. It's not perfect, but there are enough benefits to provide real value for our customers. And that's our commitment to the customer to deliver something that which they can use. And by production, I mean at the office, when I would like to design and do design iteration and design review and communicate my design with customers. And it's also in the field when I would like to do quality control or to guide the teams about specific assemblies. So it's really about production. So hardware agnostic, one-click mixed reality, and production-oriented mixed reality. Another interesting thing for us, we see mixed reality as a strategic technology and a good fit and a good synergy with other technologies around. Technology trends in the market like IoT, which was discussed here quite a lot, switching to experiences, specifically for the building industry, switching to prefabrication, and for Trimble technologies, analytics, connectivity, positioning, things that we are doing well and work best with mixed reality. I would like to share with you one example from our mining solution. And in this example, you'll be able to see how the mixed reality technology actually integrate with some of those technologies. So with our mining solutions, mining engineers can actually visualize a mine at their office. They can put the mine in a kind of a scaled format on the table. The information about the mine is coming from our scanners sitting on the top of the rim of the mine, actually measuring and analyzing the mine every few minutes. And what they get on the table is an up-to-date information about the geometry of the mine. In addition to this, we have sensors on the assets in the mine, like Caterpillar machinery, and we can get almost real-time information about the status of those assets. Let's try to run a movie here and see how it works. So I can dive, this is recorded through HoloLens. I can dive into the mine. I can see the machinery. I can see blast hole design, IoT information about the machines, almost real-time movement of the vehicles. And actually, I can replay or play back this information and learn about the work we did, improve the efficiency of the team. Great tool to control the information and to actually manage the mine while you are very far from it. So that's the mining solution. Another great example is the building industry. And here we actually provide solutions which cover the full life cycle of the project, from the design stage to the execution, the construction stage, to the operations. And I would like, again, to share with you some examples. Let's start with the architect. This is where typically the projects start. And in this example, I would like to show the work we did with Greg Lin. Greg is a kind of what we call today star architect from California. He was picked to represent the US in the Venice Architectural Biennale. And his project, which was a Packard plant renovation in Detroit, he joined us and we worked together during the design stage to basically analyze and review the design, communicate it with other stakeholders, and then in Venice, present it to the audience. It was quite an experience to see hundreds of people staying in line just to visualize mixed reality and the combination with architecture. Let's see a short demo of what he did. So what you see here is the model in SketchUp. That's where we started. And the design is presented as a 3D model on a 2D screen. But instead of doing it like this, you can actually bring it into life as a physical object and put it on a table. Once it is there, you can start walking around it. You can actually analyze it from any angle, like a physical model, but of course, much faster to create such experience. And you can isolate specific sections, so you can see them better. Or before that, you can measure information. You can turn on and off layers. You can actually work with the data to better understand what you did, communicate your design decision in confidence, and accelerate the design review. What you see here is a section of the model enlarged. You can control the scale. And this is a better way, of course, to visualize what you designed. But you can do more than this. You can actually dive into the model, kind of a virtual reality using a mixed reality technology, and figure out how it will look when you are inside your design. So for Greg and for Gensler and for other architects we are working with, it's really about making design decisions faster, making them in the moment of inception. It's about shortening design cycle and taking decision in confidence. So this was architecture. Let's take a look at engineering work. For AECOM, which is a global company dealing with projects all around the world, the most interesting part of the pilot for them was to figure out how this technology can be used with remote collaboration, how they can collaborate with teams in Hong Kong, US, UK, and India. And what they tested here is there was a very short movie where you see a group of AECOM engineers actually walking around a holographic model of a structural element from one of the airports they are designing. They can turn on and off layers. They can change the scale. They can view it from any angle and actually better understand design decisions. And they can do it in a co-located environment, like you see here, multiple users sharing the same content in the same room, or in a remote collaboration style with engineers from all around the world. So for AECOM, it's about accelerating the engineering design process, which you can, of course, translate into the financial benefits of accelerating processes in such big projects. And the last example is from the contractors. And we have several examples in this. I will show one of them. Again, Martin Brother experienced this kind of workflow as well. For us, the main benefit here is to allow the construction team on site to understand what they need to build, to control the process, to understand if they are working according to the schedule, and to check the quality. That's what mixed reality will provide them on site. What you will see here is a company called NCC from the Nordic region, from Finland actually. Let's run the movie. First, you see that they're kind of visualizing the project that they need to build. So merging the physical environment with the digital one, and then comparing the actual work with the design. You can identify discrepancies between the design work and the actual work. Inspecting, figuring out if what was built is actually according to design before they progress to the next phase. And if not, making sure that things are adjusted to avoid this kind of delays later on in the process.
Nice. We have to move on.
Yeah, and assisting with assembly. That's actually the last slide. So for companies like NCC, it's about more productive ways to do their work. Thank you very much.